Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys my review and swatches and a tutorial using the DesixKaty Dose of Colors collection, and I'm so excited about it. So if you're interested in hearing more about this collection, then just keep on watching. Also, before we jump into the video, if you guys would like to get your hands on the girls eyeshadow palette, make sure you stay tuned for my 400,000 subscriber giveaway, because I will be giving away one of these along with a bunch of other products to one lucky winner, so stay tuned for that. Dun da da da! Here is the box that it comes in when you place your order. So this is the beautiful nude Dose of Colors box that says Dose of Color on the top. And when you open it, it's all like packaged cute. Obviously I've opened mine already, but you have like bubble wrap and nude tissue paper that says DesixKaty. You get the card in here which has Desi and Katy, and it has two different looks that they are rocking. And it's so pretty, so if you're a huge fan, which I am, you can definitely save this, hang it in your room, I don't know, whatever you want to do with it, but it is so, so pretty. I love this look especially. Like, just the nudes, like it looks so good. You also get another card in here which is laminated. It says the eyeshadow guide on how to use the girls palette. So here is the eyeshadow palette called the Girls, and it has 4 different eyeshadows in here, which looks like that, and it tells you how to use them because these are pretty unique shadows that require you to use your fingers. So you don't want to use a brush with this because it's not going to apply the same and you're not going to get the same quality and pigmentation. So use all of these with your fingers, and then there's 2 of them, and it says on the card there's 2 shades in here that you're supposed to use wet, which are Suze and Harpoon. So these 2 shades right here are meant to be used wet, still with your finger but wet. So just like dip your finger in water before picking up the product. I'll show you guys how to use it and everything like that once we get into the tutorial, but here is the eyeshadow palette. So it just has 4 super shimmery glittery eyeshadows. There's no mattes in here, and they wanted to create a palette that's just like your go-to when you want a pop, like that wow factor to your eyeshadows. They were saying like how everyone has their go-to transition colors and crease colors and their go-to matte shades already. So use those, use what you have in your collection already, and this is just a great addition to add to your collection for that pop of color on the lid or that pop of shimmer, whatever it is that you're going for. So I think that's definitely a brilliant idea, because we all have like a million zillion eyeshadow palettes, right? Those of you who are huge makeup lovers like I am, you have enough eyeshadow palettes that have like your go-to staple colors already. So this is just a nice addition to add to your collection. I have to admit, when I first found out that you have to use your fingers to apply all these, I wasn't really thrilled about that because I have chubby little fingers, so it makes it a little difficult to apply eyeshadows, especially like chubby fingers, little eyes. Like that's just like, that's a little complicated. But I've noticed from using this for the past, I'd say week, it's actually pretty easy to just kind of swipe the color on your lid once you have your crease color already. And then I always take a little detailed brush to go into the inner corner of my eye, like those precise areas. But just to get the color, like just to lay it down, it's pretty easy with my fingers, so can't complain there. But I really do wish I could apply these with a brush, because I prefer using a brush than my fingers when it comes to working with my eyes. I think all the shades in here are so, so beautiful. I'll go ahead and insert swatches of them right now, but Suze is so beautiful, you guys. I know you can't really see it that much with the swatch because the lighting is just kind of washing it out, but I have it on the inner corner and it's just so beautiful. This is like my favorite, like that like brightness, that pop, that wow factor. That's what Suze is to me, and I love this color so, so much. Next to Suze, we have Noli, which is this brown bronzy gold shade. It's so pretty and really easy to work with, and it's so pigmented. All of these are just so, so pigmented. And here at the bottom we have Turboson, which is probably my favorite. I've worn it the most since receiving this palette, and I'm also wearing it today, and I just love it. It's so unique because it's like a bluish, purplish kind of color with all of these like glitters in it, and it's just stunning. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, but it is stunning, and it's a really easy shadow to work with. Next we have Harpoon. I love that name, and it is kind of like this army green golden color, and this one I have to say is my least favorite in this palette because I think the color is a little weird. I have worn it and I think it's a little weird, but on top of that, it doesn't really apply the same way the other shades work. Granted, this is a shade that you want to use wet, so I'll wet my finger and dip my finger in there. And so let me compare it. I know I'm like kind of going back and forth, but let me compare it with Sue's, which is the other color that needs to be applied wet. So I will wet my finger and I don't even need to like rub my finger into the pan. I just wet my finger and just press it, and then you get this beautiful high quality pigmentation from this shadow. I try to do the same thing with Harpoon, and the pigmentation is just not there if I just dab it. Like, it really doesn't pick up the product. So I'll wet my finger and then swirl my finger around and then try to apply it, and then it's just really chunky and kind of, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but I'm just not a fan of this color or the formula of this particular shade. These three over here I love and I'll wear all the time, but this one I've worn it once and it really wasn't my favorite to wear, but that's just me. So that is the one color in this palette that I don't really like. So the packaging, I can't believe I didn't talk about the packaging first. It is stunning. This packaging is so pretty. It's glittery, but like the glitter doesn't really transfer to your hands or anything, so that's a plus. I do have a lot of glitter on my hands right now, but that's from the eyeshadows actually. But the actual packaging doesn't transfer glitter. It says dose of colors right here in this like rose gold metal, and then on the back you have your eyeshadow shades, and then it says it's cruelty-free, talc-free, gluten-free, and paraben-free. The palette is magnetic, and then it has a tiny little mirror in here, which I wish the mirror was a little bigger because it's kind of small, but it's okay. So moving on to the cheek products, there are two highlighters that they came out with. We have Fuego and Mírame. Fuego means fire in Spanish, and then Mírame means look at me. I feel like I sound so weird when I say Mírame. So here are the two highlight powders next to each other. We have Fuego right here, which is the lighter of the two. It's more of a golden champagne shade. And then we have Mírame, which is kind of a more bronzy, deeper tone highlight, which actually doesn't work for my skin tone. I'll show you guys swatches on each of my cheek, but Fuego is, oh, it's so pretty, you guys. I'm obsessed with it, but Mírame does not really go with my skin tone. If you have a deeper skin tone, more tan complexion, I think this one would look beautiful on you, but on me, not so much, because Mírame is a little bit too deep for me. What I've been doing when I do want to use this, I will put Fuego on my cheekbones. Oh, look, that is just so pretty. I'll put Fuego on my cheekbones and then take a little bit of Mírame and apply it right below, so it's kind of like on top of my blush. So I have like, that's what I want to do, like big, wow, like super highlight. I'll put Fuego on top and then Mírame on where my blush is, like right below it. So that's one way I'll use this, but I think for the most part I'll just save it for my eyes. But Fuego has definitely been my go-to, and the packaging is the same as the girls palette. It is a little smaller, so here is what the girls palette looks like, and then the highlighters. So there's a little bit of a size difference, but not too much. But the formula of these are so soft and creamy and like buttery. They're like buttery highlights, and they're so pigmented and so pretty, and it gives you, like, especially Fuego, it gives you that perfect wet look to your face. Like, it's, I can't stop looking at it in the viewfinder. It's so pretty. But I will say, this is like, I wear highlighter all the time. You guys know I love highlights, and I wear it all the time when I do my makeup, but when I wear the Dose of Colors Fuego highlighter from DesixKaty, that's when I'll actually have people who are not into makeup, like guys for example, will actually notice my highlight. And normally I never get like any compliments or recognition of my highlight, like no one really notices, but when I wear this, people notice, people notice. Next, Desi and Katy came out with 5 lip products. We have 1 lip gloss, and then we have 2 liquid lipsticks and then 2 regular lipsticks. Let's start with the lip gloss. This is the one product that I really just wasn't looking forward to because I've never really been into clear lip glosses, but I wanted to try out the whole collection, so I still got it anyways. I'll share with you guys the swatch of this. It is really, really pretty. It's a clear lip gloss, but it has like these gold reflex shimmer glitter in it. And I will say it is a little bit gritty, so it's not completely smooth. If you're rubbing your lips together with this product, you'll feel kind of those chunks of glitter. It's not really uncomfortable or anything, but it's just something that I noticed. All these products, by the way, all the lip products smell like some sort of vanilla baked pastry. It's so sweet and delicious. It makes me want to eat these products. But the lip gloss is really, really pretty. But again, I've never really been huge into clear lip glosses, but I have been trying to test this out, and whenever I do wear it, I will put it over one of the nude lipsticks. And because I don't want to get the applicator sponge all like dirty with the lip product color and then like mix it in, I'll just apply some of the lip gloss onto the back of my hand and then apply it with my finger like that right over the lipsticks. By the way, this shade is called Over the Top. I don't think I said that, but this is called Over the Top. Now moving on to the nude lipsticks. I was so excited about these. You guys don't understand. Like, these were the one thing I was just dying to try because they were just going on and on about how it's such, like, these shades are just the perfect nude shades. So I was like, okay, I really need to try these because I love nudes. So I hope these work for me. And I have to say, I'm a little disappointed in both of them. It made me really sad. Like, the product applies so nicely. It's super pigmented. They're really, really comfortable to wear onto the lips, and they also smell like a baked good. Oh, they smell so good. But these shades, I feel like I can see how they would be the perfect nude for other skin tones, but for mine, it wasn't really the perfect nude for me. I feel like No Shade, which is the lighter of the two, was a little too light for my skin tone, so it looked a little like I ate a powdered donut sort of look. So that's how I felt wearing No Shade. And then More Creamer Please, it's beautiful, and like I feel like I'll still wear it, but I don't think it's the perfect nude for me. This definitely has a little too much yellow tones to it, and I'm already like a yellow toned type of skin tone, so it's just kind of too much yellow happening in my face. But I've seen these swatched on like Desi, for example, who has like this beautiful bronzy glow. Not as much yellow undertones as me, but this shade looks beautiful on her. And I mean, it looks decent on me. I'm not like totally hating on it, but it's not the perfect nude, which I was like so bummed. I was really hoping these would be perfect for me. But what I like to do, since one is too light and the other is too yellow, I'll just actually mix them together and kind of rub it in with my finger onto my lips, and I do like how it looks like that. So that is how I plan on wearing these lipsticks. The packaging on here is so pretty. It's like this soft matte packaging with the rose gold detailing, and then when you open it, it actually has Desi and Katy's signature on the bottle right here, which I think is super pretty and really, really cool. So I think these just look really sleek and nice. Next, we have the two liquid lipsticks, and at first I was like, this sucks looking at them because you can't see the actual color in the packaging, but then I like to see things as a whole, and I'm sure that's what they did when creating this. And when you look at all the products together, they look beautiful. Like, they just look so good standing next to each other. And I could imagine if these were like clear bottles where you can see the shades, it really wouldn't match the rest of the collection. So for example, like this Over the Top, it matches because it's like a nudish gold clear gloss, which matches. Like, look at how similar they look. So it looks beautiful together. But we have Hot Fire and Sauvage, which are like not nudes at all. So it just really wouldn't match if you could see the color. So I was hating at first, but then I'm like, I get it. So the packaging is really pretty. It's like this smooth, soft matte with the rose gold detailing. So we have Hot Fire, which is like a bright neon orange, maybe not neon, but it's like a bright orange red, and I was so excited about this because you guys know I have the orange roots, which are kind of fading away, so I'm gonna have to get that redone soon. But I'm loving all things like orange toned lately. So Hot Fire was definitely a color I was looking forward to, and it definitely impressed me. I've never tried Dose of Colors before this collection, so I don't really have anything to compare it to other than the other brands that I've tried. And my favorite liquid lipsticks, hands down, have been the Kylie Cosmetics one. I know that can be a little controversial. Some people hate them, some people love them. I personally really love the Kylie Cosmetics lip kits, and her liquid lipsticks are my favorite. They just last all day. I feel like they're not too drying on my lips, and they don't smudge or anything like that. So with Hot Fire, just comparing it to that alone, it applies so beautifully. It just glides on. They are crazy pigmented liquid lipsticks, and they're really comfortable. Like, they're not drying whatsoever. Like, they're just very comfortable on the lips. But I will say they're not smudge proof, because if I like eat or drink or kiss, it will transfer. And I have noticed with both of them, they do kind of chip a little bit or get a little flaky throughout the day. So that's unfortunate, but I think it's still super great. They still do last all day, but I would have to do a few touch-ups here and there, like after eating and drinking or things like that. So it is a color I'd have to bring with me just to do touch-ups throughout the day, both of the shades. Sauvage, super pretty. It's what I'm wearing today. It's so deep and rich, and I'm just so excited to wear this all throughout fall. I think the colors Hot Fire, I mean, you can wear these colors all year round, but to me, I think Hot Fire is such a fun spring and summer color, and then Sauvage is just like so deep and rich and perfect for fall and winter. So these are like, this is a collection that you can totally rock all year long. If there was only one product I had to pick to recommend to you guys, I would definitely pick the Fuego highlighter. It is hands down my favorite. It's so beautiful, and I just love the way it looks on my skin. So if you have a similar skin tone to me, I think you would really like this. The lip products are great as well. The nudes, I don't think I would recommend as much unless you have a similar skin tone to Desi or Katy, because these looked beautiful on them. I thought I'd be similar to like Desi's skin tone, but after trying these, I realized how different our skin tones actually are. But the liquid lipsticks, I really like both of them, and depending on what kind of shades are your cup of tea, I think these are great to pick up as well. And then I also love the girls palette. Like, I'm not gonna hate, I love this palette, and I've been using it a lot this week, especially Sue's and Turboson. Those are my favorite shades in this palette. I love Sue's a little bit more though, because look at that inner corner. Oh, look at it, it's so good. But Turboson is also great when I want like a darker eye like today. So to start off the makeup tutorial, I'm going to take my Kat Von D Metal Matte Eyeshadow Palette. I haven't used this in a while, but I'm going to take the shade Suede, which is this kind of nude, light beigey brown shade here. And I'm going to take that on a giant fluffy brush, and I'm going to sweep this basically all over my lid right now. We're just going to create a base for all the eyeshadows we're about to apply. With the same brush, I'm going to move into the shade Oak, which is this matte brown right here. And this I'm going to focus right in the crease. Ooh, that was a lot more pigmented than I was expecting, to be honest. I haven't used this palette in a while, but I don't remember. I know I did a review on it, but did I say this was a patchy palette? Because that was pretty rough. Okay, pretty disappointed in that shadow, but now I'm going to go in with Velvet over here, which is a kind of like burgundy purple shade. I'm going to take that on a Morphe M433 brush, and then also blend that into the crease. Hopefully we can recover and save this eyeshadow look. Wow, maybe there was a reason why I never grabbed for my Kat Von D shadows. Like, this is bad, you guys. What the heck? But that's besides the point, because that is not the purpose of this tutorial. So I'm going to finish up working on the crease, and then we'll be back to go ahead and feature the girls palette. You guys, I am hoping Turboson will come through for me, because that crease blending was rough. But I tried my best. So, like I said, I'm going to take Turboson because we're doing like this purpley look. So all these shadows are meant to use with your fingers. So I'm going to take my fat little sausage finger and use that to apply Turboson, which is this color right here, onto the lid. So I'm just going in with my ring finger and applying Turbo Sun onto the lid as best as I can. And then I'm going to take a little tiny detail brush with Turbo Sun to get right there on that inner corner, because my fat sausage fingers definitely cannot get into the precise areas of my eyelid. So now that we have that on, I'm just going to quickly line my eyes, put some false lashes on and mascara, and I will be right back. So we have our lashes and liner on, and now I'm taking a little bit of Fuego, which is one of the highlighters actually. I'm going to take that to highlight my brow bone. This is the lighter highlight of the two. And then going back in with the Girls palette, I'm going to take the color Suze right here, which is actually meant to be used wet and with your finger, but I'm going to use a little detailed brush to apply this onto the inner corner of my eye, but I am going to wet my brush. So I have this little tiny dish right here with some water, so I'm just going to tap my brush in there. So I wet my brush, and now I'm going to pick up a little bit of Suze, and I'm going to apply this right here on the inner corner for a blinding inner corner highlight. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. That's so pretty. So our eyes are done, so now we can move on to the highlight, and I'm gonna take this shade Fuego, which is the lighter of the two. It's the one we use on the brow bone. I'm gonna use this to highlight because between the two highlighters, this is the one that goes with my skin tone a lot better. So I'm just going to pick it up on a Morphe M501 brush. I'm just gonna pop this on my cheekbones for that super wet glazed donut kind of look. Oh, it's so beautiful. I die. I die. I'm going to add a little bit on the tip of my nose and my Cupid's bow. Just going to dust that right on top right there. Oh, so pretty. And then my chin. Just a little bit everywhere. I'm obsessed with this highlight. It's so, oh, so good. Last but not least, the lips. I'm still not sure what lip color I want to do. I feel like I want to do maybe one of the nude lipsticks, or maybe keep this whole makeup look dark and go with Sauvage. Let's try one of the nudes first and then see how we like it. If not, I'll just wipe it off and go with Sauvage. I'm going to take the shade More Creamer Please. I do like the nude, but I think I'm going to try Sauvage instead. Ooh, yes, I love this color. This was a good choice. So that is it for the makeup tutorial part of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. It was a super easy look to create, other than the fact that the crease colors I used were a little patchy. All you really have to do to use this eyeshadow palette is put in whatever crease color you want, and then with your finger take any of these shades, pop it on your lid, and you're good to go. So super quick and easy makeup look, but you look like so fierce with it, you know? I love it. This look was really fast to do. If you guys picked up this collection, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. They are currently out of stock on the website, but they are planning to restock this month of September, so keep an eye out for that. Be sure to follow DesixKaty for updates or dose of colors, or just frequently check back on the website. I will have a link down below, and I'll let you guys know on Twitter as well when they plan to restock. So for those of you who want to try out some of the products, you can stay up to date with that on when they will be updating that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And also don't forget, I do have an extra The Girls palette. So if you guys want a chance to win that, make sure you stay tuned for my 400,000 subscriber giveaway, which will be happening very soon because I'm going to be giving away a bunch of stuff, including the Girls palette from DesixKaty. So stay tuned for that. And I think that's all I have to say. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!